Hello and welcome again to another episode of the Points of Articulation. My name's Dave, and today we're looking at another Star Wars Titanium ship, the BARC Speeder, which stands for Biker Advanced Recon Commando, I believe. This was seen in Revenge of the Sith when it shot down a Jedi, and it was also in the Clone Wars, and it's real cool. It kind of looks similar to what we would see in Return of the Jedi, but it's beefier, it has more weapons. The mold is beautiful, it's got nice paint, so let's get right to the review. Now, even though this is a speeder, it has tons of detail in the mold. So I guess we'll start with the trooper and then work our way to the front. The trooper's very well detailed. You can see all his armor, his fingers, all the connecting pieces, the elbow pad, the arm, thighs, belt, boots, everything's there. The helmet is really cool too. I like in the Clone Wars how most of the clones had different helmets depending on what they were doing, instead of just one basic helmet. That was neat, and I like how they went with this Recon-esque helmet. So that's kind of cool. Got the mouthpiece, the eyes, the visor. The head has this little, the Rocketeer, if you know what I'm talking about with that movie. So that's sick. The back has that little panel that even Stormtroopers have with the circle. And then back here, it's hard to make out, he has that little, I don't know if it's an oxygen tank or something. Stormtroopers have them too. So that's neat. Well done on this. Now, this guy is like a movable rubber, tough plastic. And it goes all the way down and connects to this foot pedal. And then this whole section goes in between these two. You can see this little rectangle right there above my finger. And goes out this side, and they just sandwich the whole thing together to hold it in. And I don't know if he's molded wrong. I would guess both hands would have to be on the handlebars here. But mine came in package like this, and it reminds me of, like if something's in the road and the kid's like, oh no, like he's going to blow up. So I do like this. It's probably a mistake, but I'm not going to complain because it makes it look unique. For the bike itself, we have a lot of lines and molded detail right here. And this is great. You see right there, going back down to this section, bunch of lines and panels. Really nice. And then we have our pylon here. That's what I'm going to call it because you have two engines. And they're molded nice. And the engines are molded good as well. We have a line going down the middle, some detail. And then this armor section here, we have some nice lines. And then a molded gun, which is movable rubbery plastic, I guess you could say. And that's the same for this side. You can see it's a little warped. And moving on down the side, we have our control panel, or handlebars. And then continuing down here, we have this connector piece, which you could see right through. So that's a nice touch. This is a rubbery plastic as well. We have cool panel lines going down here. Nice line work, especially from this section down. A lot of cool work in here. Our engine, molded on the side here. More guns. And it doesn't stop there. The whole bottom is actually molded as well, and it's really cool. Then we have our two screws, peg port, and copyright stuff. So all in all, I'm very impressed with the mold of this. Is it warping a little bit? Yeah, it's going to happen with something like this. Like the Micro Machines of old. I guess you could fix it with some hot water or a hairdryer and ice. There are tons of different tricks out there. I guess you just got to mix and match. Having said that, let's take a look at the paint. For the paint, we'll start with the ship. It is the base color is a nice creamy tan, if that's the right description of it. And that is all over. And then we have little sections that are painted with this dark maroon. And that's all over the ship, because it's the Republic colors. It's even on the bottom. And on the top you can see it as well. It's painted real good. We have some symbols right here for the Republic. We have some dark gray, black for the guns on the top and the bottom. Also on the guns we have some metallic silver paint for wear and tear. And that's a nice touch, and it's actually on every single gun. So that's kind of cool. Some silver for the engine. And the whole thing is covered with a nice black wash. And that really makes all these details stand out. Like right there, the crevice is just filled with that black paint. It makes it look pretty cool. Here the black wash is applied a little more heavy, so that's kind of neat. Another Republic symbol. Nice line painting right there. Silver also for the interior of the engines on the sides. Then we have painted black for the foot pedals. And black for the control stick. Or handlebars, whatever you would like to call them. For the trooper, he's basically white. He's hit with maybe a gray wash down here, but it's pretty white up here. His belt is painted a dark gray. He has I guess I would call it snow camo. Different colors of gray mixed with white. A little tan in there as well. Dark gray instead of black for all the lines between his armor. His helmet is dark gray. Gloves are black. The helmet, we have some black for the visor, the mouthpiece. Just more camo. You can see the belt is painted gray still going around. And it continues all the way to the back. And that basically does it for the Commando. So all in all, this ship is very nice. So let's measure it up and compare it to other ships of the line. When measuring the BARC Speeder, this bad boy stands a little over 3.5 inches. So it's a nice length ship. And just like other ships from the titanium line, we have our peg hole and our stand. Put them together, and you're good to go. To compare the BARC Speeder, I have it next to the Scout Speeder from Return of the Jedi, and the Snow Speeder from Force Awakens, which was cut from the film. And as you can see, they're beautiful together, and they go well, especially these two. I think the scale is maybe a little bit off, but it's close enough. And they all stand out. They're all very unique, so that's cool. So that does it for my review of the Star Wars Titanium BARC Speeder. This thing is awesome. As we saw, it stands out when you put it next to other ships. The details there, the paint's there. It's got a lot going for it, and if you could find it, I fully recommend picking this guy up to add to your collection. The Clone Wars was awesome, and I believe this captures exactly what we saw in the films to a T. I think they did a very nice job with this. So that does it. I hope everybody enjoyed watching my review, and I'll see you next time. Bye.